Let's go, Commanders fans. You know that feeling of watching a game where every play, every pass, every run keeps you on the edge of your seat? Well, that's exactly what our Commanders' victory brought last Sunday. Picture this. The Commanders faced the Giants and pulled off an electrifying 27-22 victory. But this wasn't just any win. It was one that showed this team's heart and determination. If you haven't hit that like button yet, now's the time, because every week we bring you the best content about our team. And of course, our final analysis today will be about a potential addition to our roster. To start off on the right foot, let's talk about our quarterback, Jayden Daniels, who simply shined on the field. He and our star wide receiver, Terry McLaurin, connected twice for decisive touchdowns. Daniels threw for a total of 209 yards, completing 15 of 22 pass attempts. Know what that means? He showed incredible accuracy and was key to our victory. The chemistry between Daniels and McLaurin keeps getting sharper, and this partnership promises a lot for the rest of the season. Comment below what you think about this duo, and remember, the season is far from over. Now, if you think that start was exciting, wait until you hear that with this victory, we've reached a 7-2 record for the first time since 1996. That's right, it's been almost 3 decades since we've seen such a promising start for the Commanders. And look, the team has everything it takes to go far this year. Our defense held the Giants well, who, by the way, are on a 4-game losing streak. Our opponent was already going through a tough phase, and we took advantage to consolidate our position and bring another victory home. So, fans, do you also believe this season will be historic for us? But it wasn't just the offense that shined. Despite the absence of our starting running back, Brian Robinson Jr., who was out due to injury, Austin Eckler had a respectable game. He rushed for 42 yards and received for another 41, totaling 83 yards and a touchdown. This guy showed that even without Robinson, our ground game remains strong and productive. It's this kind of roster depth that makes all the difference. With each game, Eckler proves he's a fundamental piece of our offense. I want to know from you, do you think he'll continue to fill Robinson's absence well? On the Giants side, quarterback Daniel Jones didn't make it easy. He threw for 174 yards, completing 20 of 26 passes, and managed to score 2 touchdowns. Jones also rushed for 54 yards and scored another touchdown, showing he was determined to try to change the course of the game. But even with this effort, the Commanders' defense managed to pressure and contain the Giants' offense in critical moments. This victory showed that, besides the offense, our defense is also solid and doesn't give easy space to opponents. What did you think of our defense's performance? We entered the fourth quarter with a 24-10 lead, but as a Commanders fan, we can never relax before the final whistle. That's when things started to heat up. The Giants managed to reduce the difference with a solid 80-yard drive, resulting in a Daniel Jones touchdown. The 2-point conversion attempt failed, keeping the score at 24-16, but we couldn't let our guard down. This type of situation is what makes football so exciting, and our defense was prepared for anything. Did you also feel that tension at the end? With the ball back in possession, Daniels continued showing his skill. In a crucial play, he completed a long pass to Olamide Zaccheaus, advancing 42 yards. This pass was fundamental in getting us to the Giants' 1-yard line. However, instead of seeking another touchdown, Daniels opted to take a knee to secure the victory. Sometimes it's more strategic to protect the score than risk giving another opportunity to the opponent. I thought this was a mature decision from our quarterback. What did you think of this choice? Would you have risked the touchdown? Early in the game, right in the first quarter, the Commanders opened the scoring with a play created from a Daniel Jones fumble. This error put Washington on the Giants' 31-yard line, which paved the way for our offense to advance and score the first touchdown of the game. This type of opponent error is gold for our team, and our players knew how to take advantage of every opportunity. The first score set the tone for what would be a game full of memorable moments. And look, this is something we want to see more often. And speaking of first scores, the Giants also had an impressive drive in the second quarter. They advanced 73 yards in 16 plays, controlling the clock for over 9 minutes, and finished with a Jones pass to Chris Manhertz in the end zone. It was a touchdown that made the score more balanced and increased the pressure on our side even more. But our team kept calm, showing a mature and controlled posture, which is essential in such close games. You could feel the level of concentration from our players. After that Giants touchdown, Daniels returned to the field and did what he does best: advance intelligently. With precise passes, he found Noah Brown for an important gain and then Eckler made a 20-yard run. These plays were essential to keep our offense alive and ensure we wouldn't lose the rhythm of the game. It's this consistency that gives Commanders fans hope that we can go far this season. Are you also confident with what you've been seeing? Now, if you're here, it's because you want to know about a potential move that could change the course of the season. And if I tell you there's a big name being considered to strengthen our roster, you'll definitely want to watch until the end. I'm talking about Marshawn Lattimore, the New Orleans Saints cornerback, who could be the missing piece for our defense to consolidate. This isn't just speculation. We're seeing a real possibility that the Commanders will make a bold move before the trade deadline. If you, like me, want to see our team even stronger, leave a like, subscribe to the channel, and stay with me, because this analysis is promising. After another victory, this time against the New York Giants, the Commanders solidified their position as one of the favorites in the NFC East. And look, it wasn't just a simple victory. It was a performance to be proud of, where the team dominated from start to finish. This puts us at an impressive 7-2 for the season, making it clear that we're ready to fight for the top. This scenario gives more motivation to General Manager Adam Peters, who seems determined to improve the team even further, seeking heavyweight reinforcements before the 2024 trade deadline. With the trade market still open, Peters has little time to ensure our team enters the playoffs at full strength. With 2 days remaining until the trade deadline, he's exploring possible options to strengthen the wide receiver and cornerback positions. The intention is clear. We don't just want to make the playoffs. We want to arrive in full force. The next game could define the rhythm of the season, but a decision now in the trade market could be the difference between a good season and an unforgettable one. Peters and his team are analyzing all possibilities, and it seems that the solution to our defensive need might be with the Saints. Cornerback Marshawn Lattimore, a solid and talented star, might be available for trade, and his name is already circulating in backstage conversations. Fox Sports insider Jordan Schultz revealed that the Saints have received inquiries about Lattimore, especially after their recent loss to the Carolina Panthers. For a team struggling with financial problems and unclear prospects for success, a trade might be interesting. Just imagine having Lattimore as our primary cornerback. At 28 years old, he brings experience, consistency, and quality coverage, something that would be very welcome, especially considering our goal of advancing in the playoffs. He's a player who knows how to position himself, how to read opposing wide receivers' movements, and his man-to-man coverage ability is excellent. Adding him to our team means elevating our defense to a new level. But is the price worth it? That's the big question mark. While Washington is in a comfortable financial position, with enough salary cap space to absorb Lattimore's contract, the Saints are in a very different situation. New Orleans has been facing difficulties with their salary cap, especially with the upcoming offseason, when the pressure will increase. This contrast puts us in an advantageous position, allowing Adam Peters to formulate an attractive offer for the Saints without compromising the Commanders' financial future. This is what we call a perfect situation. We need a player like Lattimore and have the resources to make it happen. This trade, if it happens, isn't just thinking about the current season. Peters has a long-term vision for Washington, and Lattimore would fit well into this philosophy. At 28 years old, he still has many years of high-level football ahead of him and could be an important piece in our defense for years to come. Of course, there's always the risk of injuries, but with proper physical preparation and the Commanders' support team, he could stay healthy and help us achieve important victories. If the right value is negotiated, this could be the decision that takes our defense to another level. Look, our defense has already shown it has talent, but Lattimore's presence could completely transform the unit. Benjamin St-Juste, for example, is still growing, but we know he tends to commit penalties at critical moments. Mike Sainristil has been showing promise, especially for a rookie, but adding someone like Lattimore would give the team stability that's been missing. Not to mention that his experience could help shape these younger players, something that can have a huge impact both in the current season and in the team's future development. Another point in Lattimore's favor is his tactical flexibility. He's a cornerback who doesn't depend on a specific scheme to play well, which makes his adaptation to our system easier. Peters is certainly weighing the risk and reward of this trade. The Commanders team is experiencing a moment of changing expectations, and to achieve the elevated goals that have emerged with this good performance, adjusting the team with a high-level player like Lattimore might be the strategy that makes all the difference. Only a few hours remain for Peters to make a decision, and the pressure is high. As a fan, I get anxious just thinking about what might come next. Will we have a last-minute surprise? A trade of this importance can make a lifetime impact for a team that wants to achieve something more. And for those who think this trade might be just another rumor, I say, never underestimate the Commanders' will to win. We're at a crucial point, and a decision now could put Washington's name in the history of the 2024 season. Now I want to hear from you. What do you think about this possible move? Is it worth investing heavily to have a cornerback like Lattimore on our team? And if we manage to close this trade, do you think he'll be the difference maker in the playoffs? Leave your opinion in the comments and don't forget to subscribe to the channel to follow all updates on this story. We're in an exciting phase, and with your help, we'll continue together until the end of this journey.